What's up, Capricorn? It's your girl, Ivy Ladone, your fitness mystic. And today we're going to find out what it is that you are transforming in February 2024. My friends, if you're into these kinds of videos, please give this a like because it tells me that you do, and I'll just have to make more. All right, Cappies, let's go ahead and dive right in. Highest vibrational messages for Capricorns, generally speaking, for the month of February 2024. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Ancestors. All right, let's go ahead and see all of the Capricorn emojis down below. So you already know, I want to see the Capricorn sign, obviously, astrologically speaking. I'd love to see the goat. That's right. You are the greatest of all time, Capricorns. That's right. Anything else, like Earth sign? Earth? The planet Earth? All right. So let's see. Whoa. I know there are definitely messages. I will say this is probably the longest shuffle I've had to do for any sign. I take everything literal in every reading. So what does that tell me? Are you being a little shy with something? Are you reserving your energy? Are you being secretive with something? Are you planning on something behind the scenes? Are you withdrawing your energy? Are you being like, ugh, I'm just taking 5, taking 10, actually, taking a whole hour. I need space. I need to catch my breath. Highest vibrational messages for the sign Capricorn, February 2024. There it is. Any other messages that want to come out for Capricorn, February 2024? Thank you for these messages. Okay, yeah. So already I can tell you, yep. Especially the bottom of the deck. So yeah, there was definitely a card that was being searched for in the database. This is interesting. I love Oracle. I'm also human, you guys. Like, I know I work with Oracle, like a lot, but it's just so cool how divinity is. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for being here, Capricorn. Now, before we get started, what are we doing here? So obviously this is not tarot or tarot. This is an Oracle reading. What I love about Oracle is that it helps you develop your intuitive abilities. Everybody's intuitive. It's just a matter of practicing it and honoring that, okay? Now, when I show you or present you a card, I'd love for you to open your energetic field and receive that as your creative genius. Whatever comes forward for you personally is actually very valid, okay? Now, whatever I say to you, take what resonates, and then what doesn't, just leave to the side. Sounds good? Okay, now last thing I want to say is, as your fitness mystic, I'm providing you a diagnosis for the month of February 2024. And then at the very end of all of this, I'm going to offer you like a prescription, a fitness mystic prescription, which is basically just suggesting some movement therapy because that is my expertise. A lot of us want flow in our life, and we have to remember that we are energetic. So it all happens within. And so I provide you these classes, these workshops, these workouts to provide better flow internally, okay? They're chakra inspired. Chakra is basically just a reference word for energetic field, okay? So that's what we're doing here. Sounds good? Ready to dive in? Okay, let's do this, Cappies. So the card that comes forward for you today for the month of February 2024 is number 17, the Storyteller. Wow. Okay, my friends. Oh, Capricorn. So, the Storyteller. We have number 17. Let's start there. 1 and 7 reduced is an 8. And we do that because in numerology, the numbers are really from 0 to 9 because everything else, right, is just, the word escapes me, a derivative, right, of one of those single digits. So 1 and 7 together is an 8. The 8 number, if you've ever noticed, right, is an infinite sign. So the 8 comes forward. The 8 comes forward. Sorry, there was like movement here. The 8 comes forward, and the 8 comes forward as an infinite energy, right? It's the energy presence. Whenever 8 comes forward, it's kind of like tying in the past, the present, and the future, in my opinion. And I love, and first of all, in quantum science, you guys, which we're kind of working with right now, as Oracle and all of that, divinity, there's no such thing as the past, present, and future in a linear sense, right? Only for us here on Earth, because that's our reality. But in quantum science, as we're actually learning more and more of, there is no such thing as like the past and the future. And it's actually all happening at once, and they're just layered, which says a lot about the human design, how we can tap into the past and the future. Now, I share all of this quantumness with you, which I know that you're like, well, okay, give me the story, but like, this is interesting. Because you're Capricorn. But essentially, Cappies, you in February are gifted the opportunity to quite literally restructure or rewrite your path. It doesn't matter what like you had your set eyes on. It doesn't matter where you came from or what you were doing in the past. Meaning, it doesn't matter if you were like this super lost like individual who did crappy things to people and blah blah blah. Like, you're being gifted the opportunity now to like shift that and change that if you want to. Change the future, write your future. The same way, the other way around. Doesn't matter if you were like this perfect expertise tennis player, like the best tennis player ever, and then all of a sudden now you're being asked to work in, commercial leasing, and you're like, I don't want to do that. Like, I've only known tennis, and I'm gonna always do tennis. And it's like, no, Capricorn, maybe perhaps you're more than tennis. Maybe perhaps go ahead and grab that pen and restructure how you're going to live your life, because there's more to life to experience. So you can play tennis and you can compete and you can have fun with it, but there's more. So what more do you want for yourself? Don't be limited just by who you were and what you've done. Allow yourself to be guided by your heart, right? By your creative genius. It's unwritten. The book is unwritten. So write as you please, not with any program in mind, but with nothing and just your heart. And if there's tennis still in your heart, right, then write your story with some tennis in it. But it's not to just structure your life according to just what is and what was and what will always be. It's like, no, you have the pen and you have the paper. Have fun. And that's what's happening in February 2024. I love that. This card that comes forward is the direct message. This is a solar plexus card. The bottom of the deck is the overarching theme. So this is like a scenario that's happening in February for you, either through a friend, either through a relationship, either through a work situation, either through just with your own self and your own being, where you're just like, okay, Capricorn. Woo! Obviously edit that. Okay, so woo! Wow. Okay, that's mega. Got it for me. Okay. All right. So, either through work, either through a relationship, either through something, right? This is a scenario that's going to happen in February where you are going to have that opportunity to say, you know what? Like, it's going to happen in February. The fact that I had this pen and book there, I never do, by the way. It's just so crazy. But of course, it just came in right in time for you, Capricorn. Straight up. So this is happening in February for you. Now, this that's happening in this scenario that's happening for you, like I just showed you, okay, has to do with your solar plexus. So you're going to be gifted an opportunity in February to activate your go-getter spirit. Like I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to do it. Oh no, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing it this way. No one's going to tell me. No one puts baby in the corner. No one tells me how to run shit. No one tells me how to do this. I know how to do this. I'm my own sovereign being. I'm my own person. I'm my own boss. Like, that's that energy that you're, yes, being gifted in February. That is going to contribute to your overall transformation. Because like I said, this is a scenario that's playing out in February. But that's going to actually contribute to the transformation to your third eye. Because this card is the bottom of the deck, which is the overarching. This card has to do with your third eye. All right, exactly. This has to do with your third eye. This has to do with your higher knowledge. This has to do with your intuition. This has to do with how you're seeing things in the future for yourself. You're gaining a greater, more expanded perspective on your life, on your scenario at the moment. So the storyteller and higher view, do you see the story, that oracle that you, because we're co-creating, we're working with you and your consciousness because you're part of the Capricorn consciousness. And we're also working with divinity, with divine, with the oracle, the seven energies. Do you see the messages that was provided for you? Like, this is beautiful. I do this a lot for a living, but like, not all the messages come out so beautiful, you guys. This is gorgeous. This is saying like, hey, Capricorn, in February, you're going to be gifted to write your story the way you want it to be. You boss bitch, you boss queen, you boss king. You're going to write your story. And guess what? As you do that, you're going to gain so much perspective on everything in your life. You're going to see things from a different view. You're going to be like, oh shit, that's how that really is. Why was I so stressed on that? Oh, that's the way I should do it. Oh, simple. Okay, that's why that happened. That needed to happen. That's what's going to happen in February. You're going to have this huge epiphany, this higher knowledge, this higher connection to like your visualization, your manifestation, what you're pulling in, your visionary, what you're seeing for yourself in the future and writing it up. I love that. Incredible, Capricorn. Woo, right? I got a little bit of chill back here. This is awesome. So, what can I say? I will say also there will be some communication happening, but there will be great joy. But there will be many communications that has to happen because this is ultimately a 5, 4, and 1. Okay, and then I said this was an 8. So what would I recommend for you, Cappies, as your fitness mystic? What is your prescription? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I mean, listen, you're in flow. Like, you're going to be gifted the opportunity to write your own thing. So I don't want to hinder from that. So in fact, here's what I'm going to tell you. Work on your intuitive abilities and also work on your solar plexus energy, which is a matter of going for the things that you want, which means having confidence in your decision making. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. In fact, my prescription to you is to work your own innate ability to make decisions. Go on my channel, this channel, FitnessMystichq, and look at all of the options here for workouts, for movement therapy. You have workouts like dance, follow alongs, which are just basically top 40 songs, literally like one song that you follow along steps wise, like a top hit, or a dance cardio workout, which is like a 15-minute or 10-minute, maybe even a 30-minute workout, right? Then there's strength training, which is for like the lower body, legs, glutes, right, to build muscle. And then there's stretch, intuitive stretch, which is like a 45-minute meditation and motion that I created during the pandemic for my clientele, which helps you ground your energy and allows you to open up your heart for greater emotional intelligence. So you choose whatever you're feeling called to. I'm not going to tell you that. By the way, for some reason, I just got this nudge. If you're into intuitive stretch stuff and you're like, that sounds really good, I have a whole separate channel for that on YouTube as well. I just opened it and it has more updated videos if you're into that kind of stuff, okay? So other than that, give this video a like if you love it because it tells me that you did and I want to do more for you. Maybe share this with another Capricorn that you think may resonate with this. And until the next one, I'll see you then, Capricorn. Bye.